Hello, this is Patrick White from AA Commodities and Investments from Spencer, Iowa, with your Monday, February 11th edition of the Market Recap. So let's go ahead and start off with the disclaimer here. Just remember that everything I'm talking about here is just my opinion and there's no trade recommendations. If you would like to read the disclaimer, please pause the video now. All right, so after the Monday close here, we had corn down 1.5 and March corn at 372 3/4. March soybeans were down 9.5 at 905 even, and March Chicago wheat here was up 1 at 518 1/4. So let's jump into the charts. March corn, we saw a nice rally up to this 382 level after the WASI report quickly came out, but we ended up breaking the range lower here. We broke that 376 mark. We're now going down into this 372.5 support level. Certainly, all these traders up in here that were long, they're feeling a lot of pain now. So I think they're kind of flushing their long contracts here, looking for some support. I guess I like that 372.5 level as far as support goes. And the next area after that would be like the mid to upper 360s, I guess the 368 level. So March corn, basically, we didn't have a whole lot of news here today, not any bullish news at least, so I'd look for that 368 level if we break that 372.5 mark as a supporting area. On March soybeans has been kind of interesting here. Again, just caught between the $9.25 and the $9 mark as far as our range goes here. $9.25 level, couldn't get a close above that. And also, we've just been down since that report came out that President Trump and Xi Jinping are not going to meet before the March 1st trade deadline there. So coming down here, I'd think that, that $9 to $9.01 level, maybe up even into $9.03 here as well. Basically, if this trend line can hold, I think it's still a buy. It's still a short-term uptrend. This $9.03 to $9, $9.01. But if that's broken, I think the fundamentals might win out here and we'll start taking out support levels here. So kind of an interesting deal to watch on the March soybeans there. I think the $9 mark is going to be key. On March Chicago wheat here, definitely still caught in a range on this one. Got some good support here at 512 to 510 in March Chicago wheat, and obviously the top up in there at 528 to 530, so we'll be monitoring that. If you're looking to get long, I'd say like the 512, 513 area. As long as we don't lose 510, we should be all right there. Getting on into livestock here. Still, broke the range here at, so we had this resistance level of 128 here in April live cattle. Been watching that. We broke through there and we got a solid close above there today. So we got a close of 128.30, up 37 cents here in April live cattle. I would expect this thing to continue on up to 129 to 129.5. We'll see if we can get some good follow through, but definitely some upside there left to be had, in my opinion. Going into April hogs here, came down and touched the 58.30 level here on Friday. Tested her out today and rallied it back here just a little bit. We closed up 65 cents here at $59. So definitely kind of the trade's looking at these lows here at the 58.30 mark. We should start to see some chopping action, kind of like we saw in July and August of last year, before this thing sets out higher. Every day it seems like I see some new news of some, more hogs getting culled in China, things like that. I know the virus has now spread to Japan, so that's kind of another thing to be watching there. And most of the, I'd say the largest impact of the African swine fever is on the smaller farms. 40% of farms in China are under 500 hogs or less. So it's really taking those guys out, and that's just really hard to stop the spreading with all those small farmers. But if you take this out to a weekly perspective here on a weekly nearby chart, it looks like just over time, just since 2015, it looks like the 55 to 50 level on in there has been good, historical support. So there's the 55 mark, and then here's the $50 area. So kind of like the $300 level in meal there as well. So another thing, I think soybeans kind of retraced lower here, just on the China news, and everybody got a reminder of the 910 million bushel carryout here in soybeans, and I think that helped send meal lower here too. I mean, this breakdown to the downside in meal really is not helping the soybean market at all. This is our lowest close since essentially September 18th of this year, so just not supportive of a meal rally. Bean oil has been leading it, but bean oil just had a really bad day today as well. They were down 63 points here, and just kind of dogging that 31 level in March soybean oil. I guess I was looking for support at 30.42, but we'll see where this thing ends up. If bean oil and soybean meal continue to break down, I would think that soybeans would continue to follow. So not a whole lot going on here, but if you need some more help, I do have a daily newsletter that I send out to my guys, as well as the Advantage Alert system. You can see that here with these ellipses. Those are my selling signals. So if you want to give that a shot here, go to aa-commodities.com. You can sign up for the newsletter, and I'll get you on the Advantage Alert page. So hope you guys get a lot done today, and have a good day. Thank you.